Well, yet another milestone for the Giants. They were the first team to clinch on Tuesday after they manhandled the once playoff hopeful, now in question, San Diego Padres,
Mm.
9-1. As you watch some of the trades the Cubs made, or they're not looking as bad as people may have thought. Like Darvish has been a fucking
Yeah.
disaster down the stretch here. He's turned back to the flu Darvish. Uh,
Again, let me restate. I never had a problem with the idea of trading you Darvish because he was at the peak of his value. I had the problem with the paltry returns that you
yes,
got
no, that
for you
right, right,
Darvish.
right, right, right. Um,
I just had to get that out there. I'm going to do that
no, no,
every fucking time. So
no. I wasn't. That wasn't directed at you, but just like the idea
I'm
of.
looking for it. I'm looking for a
Uh,
fight at any moment.
All
So
right. Well, get ready. But yeah. So they took those first two games and then they lost the last two. So they split the series. But
mm,
they captured a playoff spot. Then the next day, the Dodgers captured a playoff spot.
always on your
They,
coattails. Those
yeah. Well,
Dodgers.
it's a one game lead. So it's really interesting. Like down the stretch, it has a big effect on both of those teams, like
Yeah,
who wins that
absolutely.
division. Even though if you wonder if down the road we don't see a almost like a redo of how the MLB playoffs actually go down, because like the White Sox are going to win a division where they're going to probably be the only team with a winning record in that division, right?
Hmm.
And then you've got the Dodgers and the Giants with the two best records in baseball right now. Yet one of them is going to be a wild card team. Like that doesn't seem really fair.
Well, yeah, I mean, the idea, of course, is the emphasis on winning your division, and then everything else is gravy after that. So
Right.
I get that. Yeah, I mean, reseeding after the playoffs are set, that's an interesting thing. But I still love the idea you play 162 games to win your goddamn division. That's how you get there's that carrot out
Right.
there.
Right.
So,
Right.
but yeah, I could see the argument out of the other side. I'll just destroy it every time. But
No, I know. Yeah. I mean, I think there's pros and cons to both,
Yeah,
but
I mean, there's some
but
justice, but yeah, it's kind of ridiculous if some team squeaks in just because they happen to be in a shitty division. But
yeah, and you happen to have your 90 plus 100 win team who's a wild card happens to have one off game and then is out of the playoffs. I mean, you
do the
know,
do the Giants and Dodgers play again this regular
no,
season? Or
they're
they're
done.
done. Okay.
It was a 9-8 win in games for the Giants this year. They squeaked it out by one, so that was as evenly matched as their records are right now. I mean, essentially it's in a way it's like the same team playing each other, but they all have different strengths and weaknesses. That's
Yeah,
what's interesting about it when they play each other. So
that's gonna have
um
massive ramifications. Who wins that division? That's gonna be
yeah,
fun to watch.
yeah, so that's going to be the story down the stretch. The other thing I'd like to point out is I'm a little upset over the Cubs series. The Giants did sweep the Cubs, but I fell 3 runs short on my prediction of 30 runs scored. The Giants could not pull it off in that final
Failure.
game. Failure. I got my 30 runs, but only a 2 game, not a sweep out of the Sox series. I got my 30 runs, but
Mm.
I did not get my 30 runs out of the Giants.
You're
So
just constantly disappointed.
I'm not happy about anything. I'm just in a constant state of misery over this baseball
Oh,
season.
sounds like a Sox
Yeah,
fan.
yeah, I know, right? I'm never happy. But all kidding aside, yeah, that the last game was actually a pretty fun game to watch in the Cubs Giants series. That was was it a 7-6 or a 6-5 win? It was really back and forth. It was
I got to
kind
be
of
honest. I have checked out on the Cubs since they
oh
checked out on their own season. So I may have watched that game, but I've been kind of
yeah.
preoccupied with the
I know you don't
Tigers and
really have anything to.
football and
I think
NASCAR and other interesting things.
that's about all we're going to hear about the Cubs, like just right now, right? You've got nothing to say about the
I
Cubs.
have some things, but it's not
Oh,
worth it. I'll bring it up next week. But
all right. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about the blowing of the 7-0 lead against the Phillies last night.
who gives a fuck? I mean, it just helps their draft
I
position. I
know
don't
they are
care.
really moving
I've
up
seen
in
it
the
before. They've done this multiple times, so it's not as
they,
shocking
they
anymore. Losing a 7-run lead,
they are really
give it up
moving
15.
Yeah, they're really moving up into that draft pole position. They
Yeah.
in a hurry. In
I
a
love
hurry.
how we were talking a lot of Cubs where we were planning on
Yeah.
talking no Cubs. So.